Everything begins with chaos, a chaotic void representing disorder and shapelessness, yet laden with potential. According to Hesiod's account, the creation of the universe starts during a time when order had not yet been established, and chaos personifies this infinite void. The first being to emerge from chaos is Gaia, the Earth Mother. Following Gaia, entities such as Tartarus, the deepest realm of the underworld, Eros, governing the emotional world of living beings, Erebos, the darkness of the underworld, and Nyx, night, the darkness of the earth, come into existence. The union of Erebos and Nyx gives rise to Aither, the illuminated sky enveloping the world, and Hemera, daylight, symbolizing sunlight. The combination of Nyx and Erebos produces powerful beings such as Thanatos, death, Hypnos, sleep, and the embodiment of dream. From the union of Nyx, darkness of the earth, night, and Erebos, underworld darkness, other divine entities are born, including the Hesperides guarding the golden apple orchards, the Moirai, the weavers of destiny, Nemesis, the goddess who punishes excess and immoderation in humans, and Eris, the goddess of strife. Creation of the universe. Gaia, arising after chaos, is a cosmic entity that symbolizes the world, the earth, and the universal element of soil more than a god. Gaia gave birth to Uranus, heaven, a place for the immortal beings adorned with stars. She endowed him with her own magnitude so that he could completely envelop and contain himself. Following that, Gaia created lofty mountains. Then, she brought forth Pontus, sea, adorned with harmonious waves. Subsequently, by uniting with her sons, Uranus and Pontus, she facilitated the birth of numerous divine entities, first generation of gods. From the union of Gaia and Uranus, 3 types of beings emerge, Titans and Titanides. 12 siblings born of Gaia and Uranus, 6 of them male, Oceanus, Cous, Creus, Hyperion, Iapetus, Cronus, and 6 female, Theia, Rhea, Themis, Phoebe, Mnemosyne, Thetis. Cyclopes, creatures also known as Cyclops, due to having a single eye in the middle of their foreheads. They are described as powerful, skillful, hot-hearted, and troublesome. There were 3 of them. Hecatoncheires, giants with 100 arms and 50 heads. These fearsome creatures are described as towering beings whose heads reach the heavens. There were 3 of them. Uranus was frightened by the terrifying power of these 6 children. He hated them for frightening him. Thus, every time a child was born, Uranus would take the newborn away from its mother, bind it, and hurl it into the depths of Gaia, the bosom of the earth. Each child fell for 9 days and nights. On the 10th day, they descended to a region named after their ruler, Tartarus. Uranus concealed the Cyclopes and Hecatoncheires there, far from the sunlight on the surface of the earth. Relieved of the fear of threats to his power, Uranus proudly believed that he would reign forever. His actions angered Gaia. She missed her children and hated Uranus for what he had done to them. Nevertheless, she quietly waited for the time when she could take revenge, burying her emotions deep within her heart. Gaia decided to use her Titan children as instruments of revenge against Uranus. With a massive sickle made of bright steel, she incited her sons against their father and said, "My sons, born of me and a relentless being, let us punish a guilty father. Listen to me, for no matter how great your father is, he is the one who first conceived these evils." In this way, it becomes clear that the source of evil began with Uranus. In the face of Gaia's words, all her sons fall into a deep silence filled with fear. Only Kronos says that a ruthless father must be punished. He lies in wait with the scythe he received from his mother. While his father covered the earth with his desire, Kronos cuts and throws Uranus's genitals with his sharp-toothed scythe. With this action, the sky is forever separated from the earth. Now, the rulers who will govern the world must set foot on the ground. Ruling from the sky to the earth is now impossible. New beings are born from the fertile earth pregnant with gushing blood. First, beings emerge that protect the laws of nature and the universe. Among these born beings are the Furies, the avenging goddesses, the giants with bright armor and long spears, and the forest nymphs spreading across the earth. Venus, Aphrodite, also emerges from the drops of blood poured into the sea. With the castration of Uranus, his rule comes to an end. This is also the end of the first generation of gods. Kronos, the youngest Titan, and one of the children of Uranus and Gaia, takes his place in the sky after cutting his father's genitals, seizing power. First, he sends the Hecatonkères and Cyclopes, previously imprisoned in the depths of the earth by his father Uranus, but released at the request of his mother Gaia, back to Tartarus. Thus, Kronos, as the master of the universe, eliminates threats and unites with his sister Rhea. From this union, the gods who make up the generation of the Olympian gods are born. The second generation of gods, the Olympian gods. Fearing the prophecy that foretold one of his sons would overthrow him, just as Gaia and Uranus had warned, Cronus, like his castrated father, seeks to neutralize his children. He swallows each child born to Rhea: Hestia, goddess of the hearth; Demeter, goddess of the earth and fertility; Hera, wealthy and self-centered bourgeois goddess; Hades, god of the underworld; and Poseidon, god of the sea, are all swallowed by their father. In sorrow, Rhea pleads with her parents to secretly give birth to her last child, Zeus, so that she can avenge Uranus's fate. Uranus and Gaia, revealing what fate has in store for their daughters, take Rhea to Lyctus in Crete, where Zeus is born. Rhea hides her son Zeus in an unreachable cave and gives Cronus a large stone wrapped in swaddling clothes. Unaware that the stone conceals Zeus, Cronus swallows it, believing it will prevent Zeus from dethroning him. Zeus's life is spared, and he secretly grows up in Lyctus, without his father's knowledge. Upon reaching maturity, Zeus encounters the Titaness Metis on the banks of the river Oceanus. Guided by Metis, Zeus visits his mother Rhea and asks her to help him become Cronus's cupbearer so that he can avenge himself against Cronus. Rhea readily agrees. In some versions, Metis prepares a potion to make Cronus vomit. Zeus puts the potion into Cronus's drink, causing him to regurgitate both the stone he had swallowed in place of Zeus and the other children he had swallowed before. Zeus frees the gods, who were imprisoned by Cronus in Tartarus. In gratitude for their freedom, they grant Zeus control over thunder, lightning, and the storm. With these powers, Zeus establishes dominion over both mortals and immortals. The War of the Titans. After Zeus takes the place of his father Cronus, a division occurs among the Titans. Titan siblings Themis, her son Prometheus, Okeanos, and his daughter Styx, as well as Hyperion and Mnemosyne, side with Zeus, while the other Titans align themselves with Cronus. Gaia, Cronus's mother, predicts Zeus's victory with the release of the Cyclopes and Hecatonkères imprisoned by her son in Tartarus. A violent war ensues for 10 years between the Titans on Mount Othrys and Zeus, and his supporters on Mount Olympus. Zeus's brother Poseidon closes the bronze gates of the underground where the Titans are imprisoned, and the Hecatonkères stand guard among rising walls on all sides. Zeus defeats his father Cronus. However, angered by the expulsion of her children, the Titans, from the heavens, Gaia joins forces with Tartarus to give birth to her last child, Typhon, the volcano god. Typhon, a creature resembling a mix between a human and a wild animal, bearing dragon heads instead of fingers, and the lower part of its winged body covered with serpent snakes, surpasses all of Gaia's previous children in size and strength, resembling a monstrous being that exceeds mountains and reaches the stars. Zeus, crossing the Sicilian Sea, defeats Typhon by unleashing Mount Etna and the lightning and thunder given to him by the Cyclopes. Thus, Zeus, who defeated his father Cronus, the Titans, and Typhon, becomes the sole ruler of the universe and shares authority with his siblings. Zeus becomes the ruler of the sky, Poseidon of the sea, and Hades of the underworld. Mount Olympus, the residence of the third generation of gods, is considered common property. Let's conclude with Hesiod's narrative. When the happy gods had finished their work, having saved their honors by force from the Titans, they followed Earth's counsel and applied to Zeus with far-seeing eyes, asking him to take charge of the immortals, to become the king of Olympus. And Zeus, surpassing all the gods, distributed their shares to each.